Archie, going through, we've heard about the linebackers and all. What can you kind of give us an idea of how that unit's gone? How maybe Hassan's transition's been?
Hip's transition has been good. You know, it's been a somewhat of a learning curve for him, but you know, you're taking a guy that's played a lot of football here and has seen a lot of things, and he's tough and he plays fast. So he has all the things that you look for. You know, it's just teaching him all the little intricacies of the position. But he's transitioning well. He'll help us a lot this year.
Having so much depth this year, it's probably going to allow you to rotate more, I would imagine.
Yes.
That's probably a good thing. But how do you go about sorting that out, obviously, through camp and all that?
You know, it's very strategic on my part as far as making sure everybody gets the appropriate amount of reps, which we've done a really good job of, making sure that, you know, we're plugging people in different spots, just kind of see how they react. But we do have a lot of depth. We have a lot of guys that can help us play competitive defense. We got guys that can run, which I'm really, really happy about, and we got some young guys that are going to help us. So, you know, for me, it's identifying those top, you know, 4 or 5 guys, and then just making sure every snap I have the right 2 guys out there at the same time in positions to be successful. So we will do that, and they'll have a chance to make a lot of plays.
Have they sorted out on the back end just calls and whatnot? I know Donnie was big in that last year, but Hip also had a part in that. So in terms of making calls on the field, do you guys have already sorted that out?
Yeah, I mean, it still will kind of flow the same way. You know, it's just going to be some different voices. You know, but it's the guys have handled that well from back to front and front to back, and that part won't be an issue.
How's Malik been since the time you missed last year?
Malik's been good. You know, I'm so proud of him, man. You know, he had an injury that, you know, ended his year last year, and we were expecting him to play well for us. He rehabbed his butt off. He trained like he's never trained before, and he's looking really good out there. So it's good to see him out there flying around and just kind of getting back in the swing of things.
One guy, are the guys at a point where they're reacting, where they're thinking about what to do on the field?
I mean, it's a little bit of both. You know, we're still installing some things. We're still doing some things that's going to be a little bit new to them. So, but the one thing about every guy in that room is they're all very smart. They have high football IQs. So with reps, eventually it's like riding a bike for them, you know, and they will be playing fast. And, you know, when it's time to play an opponent, you know, what we will do schematically that's specific for that game is going to help them even more.
When you lose a guy like Donnie, and you see the guys that are back, do you notice something in how the returners sort of maybe rally, or they want to pick up that slack, or, you know, just want to, you got to replace Donnie somehow?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you know, the biggest thing for me is making sure that the guys that are here now that were here with Donnie understand I'm not looking for another Donnie. Like, I'm looking for whoever steps into that role to be who he authentically is. You know, Donnie was very vocal on top of being a really good player for us, but being a great leader doesn't mean you're a vocal guy. You know, I want guys to lead in their way, and more importantly, whatever your style of leading is, you're not a leader if guys aren't following you. You know, and that's what I evaluate.
Is this your group relatively healthy in terms of guys missing time?
Yeah, we're going to be ready to roll. We're going to be ready to roll.
One guy that Doug and Dana brought up, Traylon, I don't know the way you use him. Is he in your room?
Yes.
Okay. So
yes.
When you look at a guy like that who can sort of maybe take that next step.
Yeah, Traylon Payne is by far one of the most talented guys I've had in a long, long time. He can run. He's physical. He's slippery. He doesn't create matchup issues. You know, he's still really young. You know, of course, missed spring because of an injury at the end of last year. And so just getting him back in the group, he needs snaps. And the more snaps he gets, the better he's going to be. And the more snaps he gets, people will say, oh my gosh, who is number 29? So it's just, again, it's my job to get him prepared.
I spoke with DeAndre Smith a few weeks ago, and he mentioned that you two know each other, you have a relationship, a family. And
absolutely.
You were part of, you know, just someone they could talk to when Donovan was looking it up.
Absolutely.
Where does that relationship go, and how did you know Donovan?
So me and DeAndre, his dad, go back almost probably about 12 years. We were on staff together at the University of New Mexico, and that relationship just blossomed into an amazing personal relationship. So, I mean, I think the world of DeAndre as a man, as as a husband, as a father. I've known his family for a long, long time. And so outside of athletics, we've just always stayed in touch and made sure everybody was okay. And when I knew Donovan was, thinking about making some moves, and then when he actually did, me and DeAndre had a chance to talk, and just he wanted to know what the fit would be like here, and we kind of hashed it out, and now here we are.
Did you have to not remind him, but about the fourth and fourth? I know that wasn't just all of you, but all the defensive stuff.
Yeah. It's that one was tough. I hate you. It's funny because it shows you how small the world is sometimes, and how things can go full circle. So again, we're happy that the guy who stuck the dagger in us last year is now on our team.